capping for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where I am your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified, and today we got Modified Frankie, Miss Bot Not Built,
Yep.
and your boy's back. I've been sick for 2 weeks.
But you went to the gym today?
I went to the gym
Twice.
today. If you're in video mode, you get to see the guns. The pythons are out. Just got back from the gym. You can't touch me. Don't sexualize me. Stop, man. Follow my OF. What's up, lady? How you feeling? You've been sick for 2 weeks too. Your little toxic girlfriends have been pissy. You haven't been posting.
I know.
But you did post about the two families we adopted.
That was my first comeback post story, whatever.
Yeah, how was it?
It was cute. A lot of people were saying how cute we are for helping families, and some asked like how they can do it themselves or help us help them.
Yeah. No, that's we started working with this company. We're going to announce all that because we're going to be working with them a lot more. Mm-hmm. I'm super stoked. And you actually shared something with me that was really cool before we get into all the fun stuff that we have planned for a day. Yeah, it was really cool that you shared that with me because we do have like a really different lifestyle of being raised. Upbringing, right? Close family. Mm-hmm. Both have close families.
Yeah.
Right. But we have a different upbringing. And I don't know if you feel comfortable sharing that. I think it was really cool because like that's a big stepping stone in your life.
Mm-hmm. Well, my childhood it's if you don't really know me, it'll sound very conflicting because I had moments in my childhood where there was a lot of abundance, where I had even a mini horse and my own the Volkswagen Beetle, the little bugs. I had one at like age 7 to learn how to drive, but then those were like pockets of time. But for most of my childhood, there was also the close to poverty. Like we were on EBT, I did live in Section 8 housing. So there was again, a lot of abundance, but a lot of, the polar opposite.
Yeah. And what did you, I appreciate you sharing that, but what did you share the other day in the truck?
Oh yeah. I'm going to try not to cry because.
No, we get views when you cry. I'm telling you,
No.
In 2024, 2023, you have the most viewed videos. I'm telling you.
But I can't cry and cough and all that in the podcast.
Yeah, they don't want you coughing in the air. I got a whole bunch of comments about that. They're like, "Yo, get rid of her. Like, she's coughing too much. Like, she's holding you back." Like, I was like, "No, she's a good person."
You should listen to them.
It's right before Christmas. I can not get gifts. I'll break up with you after Christmas.
Because you want your gifts?
I want my gifts.
Okay, you're expensive.
I know. But what'd you say in the truck? I think it'll be really mean. Just what did you say in the truck? I'm trying my best not to talk a lot in the podcast because people get on me for that on my own podcast.
But you're a good talker. Well, anyway.
I got you, right? Anyways, what'd you say?
Actually, we were at Walmart.
Okay.
So when we were shopping for the gifts, I guess I had forgotten that, when you were on the phone with the family services and stuff, you know how I got, really emotional while I was, listening to your guys' conversation? I didn't know why. I thought, I'm just on my period, so I'm super emotional.
I thought that's what it was, too.
Same. And then...
You cry over everything.
Okay. You done?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm shopping for my Christmas presents yet, so I'm going to be good.
Anyway. Okay, so then once we were actually shopping at Walmart, I was, really into it because I wanted to make sure that we got... For some reason, it was really important for me to get what they really wanted.
Yeah, we got everything on their list. And and their mom $100.
Yeah, but then puzzles started working out together for me, and I'm like, oh shit! Now I know why it means so much, because then I remembered there was a couple times during my childhood that I was on the receiving end. Yeah,
and I didn't know that. You didn't. I mean, I knew your childhood, but I didn't know that you were. Your family would pick up stuff some years, stuff to get help for the holidays and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that about you. I knew a lot of your past, but I guess that's a little detail you left out. After 11 years being with each other, we still have secrets, I guess. Yep. But but no, when you said that, I'm like, damn, That's really cool because it's so much bigger than what you really think it is. Because to you, you know, at one point in your life, you were that family that needed a little help, a little assistance for the holidays. And shout out to those family, you know, whoever it was who donated to those things, because you don't know, like you could have fed Francine and her family. Like, it's amazing. Yep. But now you get to be in that position of now you're helping families, and like you were so happy about shopping for the kids.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything of it because we both want to give back. Like we were giving back. We've always given
back, just like a smaller scale.
No, like remember what we did? We gave 200. Was it 200 or was it a total of 100?
It was.
I always say 200. I'm gonna say 200.
I think it was a total of 100. It was 50 female, 50 male.
Okay, I said 200. My bad, everyone. I lied.
Like toiletries.
Yeah, we did. So we did male and we did female. We didn't for the females. We had the lady stuff and food and razors and whatever they would need.
Well, yeah, we had their toiletry bags, and we also had a lunch bag for them.
We had lunch
bags.
You
also set up where we were in the car community at the time, so there was a few other people that came and also brought in other things like batteries, first aid stuff, more food,
flashlights.
Drinks,
yeah. So we did that, and we didn't have a lot of money. We're literally like, you know, $100-$200 in the savings, if that, and we give back. And then I was so mad at myself. Because everyone helped. The whole family is always supportive, you know. But I was like telling Francine, I was like, I'm very disappointed in myself. Like everything in my life is running smooth. It's smooth, you know. I fight my own battle. We all fight our battles and stuff like that. Nothing's perfect. But I was like, I'm very disappointed in myself because now that I'm making more money than I was before, like we haven't helped anyone in a while, and I feel like if you don't remember where you started from, then I feel like you're going to lose everything. So I was pretty disappointed in us for that. And we changed that around for Thanksgiving. I was like, you know, it's always good to get back because, you know, at one point we couldn't do that and we still managed to make it work. So if we can make it work now when I have the reach, and I don't ask my followers for anything, and like no help with skin removal surgery, no, none of this. Like we sell ebooks, I do online coaching, and I give free knowledge on Instagram, and I spread positivity.
You do pay it forward, just
I pay it forward, but you know, no, still though, like it's still, I was very disappointed in myself because if I get, you know, when we couldn't help, really financially we couldn't help, we still did it. So like, what's our excuse now? So I feel amazing that we get to help 2 families this year. And as you're listening to this, happy Monday. And if you want to help out, I'm sending out 5 ebooks to anyone who donates. I don't care if it's 50 cents. In the bottom of this podcast, whether it be on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, there'll be the email to send money through Zelle, and there'll be the link for our Venmo. Once you send it, screenshot it, send it me over. I don't care what it is, whatever. And if you can't, don't even worry about it. If you could share this, it'll be amazing too. But if you can't donate, don't even worry about it. I know right now we're taking care of it. You know, we're getting it done. But if you want to, and you want 5 free, or I don't know, consider free. I guess it's donation. I guess
it's like an exchange.
It's an exchange because I don't like really ask stuff for free or asking for things. So I want to give something back. So you donate 50 cents or $50. I think the biggest donation we had for my mom was $200, which is amazing. Yeah. I love that lady. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take the biggest donation. Oh, everyone's getting an ebook, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the biggest donation from our first family, and then taking the biggest donation from our second family, and I'm going to give 3 months of free online coaching for them. So find the biggest donation, and I'll message them, and I'm going to give you 3 months of online coaching. That's like a $2, $4, $6, $750 right there worth of, you know, online coaching for whatever donation it is. So the biggest donation could be $25, and you get 3 months of online coaching.
900.
So yeah, it's 900. Oh my bad, sorry. Mathing right now. But yeah, it's amazing to get back, and it's really and when you said that, you shared that story with me, I was like, damn, like I'm glad we're doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're really helping out families, because, you know, we kind of forget, like we live in our own troublesome world and our own problems and our own this and our own that, but like the people that are struggling but have a roof over their head, have a car, have, you know, the food on the table for the family and stuff like that, like we kind of forget there's other people that don't, or there's other moms and dads that don't know if they're going to be able to get presents for their kids and be able to pay all the bills. So yeah, you know, sometimes you got to step back from the situation, even though you're shoveling your own shit. It's always good to step back from the situation, understand, like, you know what, like there's someone out there who's going through more, there's someone out there going through worse. And, you know, kind of take what you have and really be grateful for it. Because, you know, every single day I wake up, like, even now we've been in Vegas for like over almost a year. Yeah. This month, almost a year. And I wake up and I look around, I'm like, babe, like this is ours. Like, you know, this is where we live. Like, this is, you know, it's really cool, and it's really blessing. And like, I never want to lose focus on that. I don't think anyone should. Like, I don't care if you live in a you know, Section 8 apartment, like maybe before you didn't have that apartment, be grateful what you have. I don't care if you have, you know, old ass Jordans. Well, maybe at one point you couldn't afford those old ass Jordans, or, you know, whatever it might be. So just always trying to take a step back and understand that, like, yes, where you're at is probably a difficult moment for you, but at one point in your life, you know, you were probably in a worse spot. And think about it, if, just keep fighting through it and keep pushing, understand that, it'll get better. Just, everyone's got to shovel shit. We have our own version of shit we got to shovel. You're right. Yeah. You out there listening has your own shit to shovel. But at the end of the day, there's always someone that has it worse than us. And so always kind of take what you have and don't take it for granted, and really just, enjoy your life that you're living. Like, not saying to be satisfied, not saying that where you're at right now, if this is your rock bottom, that this is it forever. No, if you could fight yourself out of it, but like, take a step back and really just be thankful, gratitude. Because I'm really thankful for what we've got to build, and our podcast and everything, like online coaching and just having the following that I have, like it's very surreal.
I would have never imagined I'd be here, and
No.
not to like play a sad song, but also too, like when I was thinking and telling you about how I was on the receiving end of like what we're doing when I was younger, I didn't realize that we were poor.
No, because your parents did a good job at not letting you like they let you be a kid.
And that pocket of time though, like we would also receive like free Thanksgiving meals at I don't know. It was like
It's like a box with everything you would need for Thanksgiving, right?
And then
I
didn't know it was because we couldn't afford it. My aunt would just be like, "Come on, we're gonna go get free food."
And it was
I
just
just
normal.
thought, free food. It's not like, I'm poor, so I'm getting this.
Yeah. Well, your parents and your aunt did a good job at it was at hiding it, I guess, which a lot of people have. Like I know like a couple of friends that their lights would get turned off and their parents would say, "We're having a
My mom said we were camping.
Exactly. Yeah.
We were like a bunch of candles.
Parents. Something about something that I don't talk about enough is we actually have like a full podcast about it, is like if I blame my mom and dad for like my weight. You know what I mean? But I always think about it now as like they did the best they could do. My mom was overweight, so it's like, what do
They did the
my whole
best of
family's
what
over. They did the best of what they have. There comes a point in your life where if you grew up rich, if you grew up rich, shout out to you. If you grew up poor, you grow up, with your family being overweight and then not let you being overweight. There comes a point in your life where you have to understand that you can't change anything that's happened. You can't change your past. You can't change the way your mom raised you. You can't change the way your dad raised you. You can't change the way you ate or the knowledge you learned.
How they were raised.
Or how they were raised. So the only thing you can change is you moving forward. So you're going to really have to let that go. Not saying that those feelings aren't valid, but think about it. You could think about the negative of your past and how you grew up and how you were raised and how you were fed. But thinking about it is not going to change anything in your future, right? You're just going to keep going to that rotation of kind of thinking about oh my gosh, well, what if I was like this? Or what if my parents were rich? Or what if they would have taught me nutrition? Or what if I would have cared, what if I would have, known what portion control is? Well, what if? But you have the opportunity right now to learn it in a couple months, a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple years. Now that will be your reality. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I feel and that's why I became a life coach and not a therapist. Yep. And plus, going to become a therapist is a long ass time. But I didn't what I personally didn't feel was best for myself and my brand is that becoming a therapist is, and for those of you who might not know about this, is when you're becoming a therapist is that you talk about all your past trauma and everything like that and how to cope with it and deal with it, which those are valid for a lot of people. A lot of people hold skeletons in the closet that people don't know about. And we all do. But what I've learned, this weight loss journey and this whole entire journey, I'm going to say the weight loss journey, this whole entire journey as a whole, just a life as whole, is that it doesn't matter what happened yesterday, 2 days ago, 10 years ago. All that matters is you today moving forward, because you're stuck with whatever happened. Yeah. Right? You're stuck with no parents. You're stuck with being overweight. You're stuck with not knowing how to read. You're stuck with all that. Whatever it is, don't let it hold you back, because you could start practicing learning today. And then in a couple weeks, a couple months, a couple years, you'll be that person who you've always wanted to be. You know what I mean? So that's why I became a life coach, because I can't fix what my clients did a week ago. Yeah. I can only help them today moving forward. And that's why I tell all my clients, and I want to tell all of you, if you messed up all of 2023, you have been messing up. You gained weight, you started drinking again, you started smoking weed again, you started smoking cigarettes again, whatever it is, whatever your crutch is. You're listening to this podcast, there's something you could fix today. It might not be the number one thing. It might not be the alcohol or the weed or the eating and whatever it is, but maybe it's one thing. You know what I mean? Focus on one thing that you're going to be able to focus and turn into a snowball. And then another thing, then master that, become another thing. I feel like that's what comes into when January 1st comes around.
New Year, new me.
But but bigger to New Year, new me. Hear me out. When New Year, new me comes around, they take every single thing that they know that they're doing wrong, and we bunch it into one day, and then we add. Then we bunch it into one day. January 1st, I'm going to eat clean. I'm going to meal prep. I'm going to say no to going out. I'm going to stop drinking. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to whatever it is. You couldn't do one of those things in 365 days prior.
And now you want
to do it all. So how about this? Like, try this out. Come January, whenever you start your life change, take one thing about you that you know is pushing you away from becoming better and work on that one thing. Yes, there's a list of probably 10 or some people 20 or whatever it might be. Take the one thing and focus on it. If that's you waking up on time, then focus on waking up on time, setting your alarm, not scrolling. If it's, your house is a mess, right? Then get that house cleaned up and get that garage situated and get, your rooms cleaned up, your clothes folded and put away before you start adding the gym and X, Y, and Z. Like, get the stuff in front of you that's a problem done before you start adding the gym and meal prepping and this and that and that. You know what I mean? Because then like you're going to be built to fail, right? Because like how I kind of explain it is like this. If what I do, like I do, my online coaching, personal training, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Say if like tomorrow, I was like, Francine, you got to do everything I do tomorrow. Like, no, just that's it. No 24-hour notice. Like tomorrow, we're going to sleep. I'm like, hey, tomorrow you have to do everything I do. I can't do it. How are you going to manage that?
I couldn't.
Right? You're gonna do it. You're gonna hop on your first Zoom call, but then you might miss a phone call or whatever it might be. And then over the next couple hours of the day, what's gonna happen?
Be overwhelmed, crash and burn.
And then what's gonna happen the next day?
Same.
And the next day.
Same.
And then you're just gonna quit because you're like, no, I can't do this, babe. Like, forget it, right?
Yeah.
But if I were like, hey, I'm gonna in the next couple of months, right? So kind of paint the picture for yourself as this. You're telling yourself in the next couple of months you want to be at a certain spot in your life. Right. So now put it as like the story I'm telling you. If I was like, hey, in the next couple of months, I'm gonna need you to take on the Zoom calls and stuff like that because I'm gonna be out of the country for a month. So now we have a couple months of like, hey, so when I'm gonna show you the Zoom calls right now. So this is how I kind of do the Zoom calls and blah,
come
blah,
up with a game
and come
plan.
up with a game plan and all that, right? And you're still learning because you're learning every single day up until this couple months there. Then the day I leave, I'm like, okay, you got it, right? But people want to just kind of throw everything on the plate at once, and then like you're gonna burn and fail. You're gonna crash and burn.
Yep.
And they freak yourself out. And next thing you know, 2024 is a replica of 2023 because 2023 was a replica of 2022. And then, you know what I mean? That's how it goes. So like when you listen to like us talk and you hear my story and Francine's story, that's just years of failing and practicing and failing and practicing and kind of getting together, over time. You know what I mean? It didn't just happen overnight. Like, this stuff happens over time. How you feel about that?
It's been a lot of work, but it's very rewarding. But I will say, like, when you're in the shitstorm, it sucks and you don't see like the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you just keep going, at some point you're gonna turn and be like, "Oh shit,
I
did
this.
it.
I'm doing this." Or maybe I did it. Like maybe it's not I done did it. Maybe it's not I done did it, but it's like I'm doing this. Like you're in the middle of making the best. The first day that you complete a task that you haven't completed before, you're already in the middle of becoming.
Oh,
a better
I feel
person.
invincible that day.
Oh my! Right? Look how good I feel today. Like I'm on my. Look at one more time. We'll flex for him one time. I'm feeling solid right now. You need to stop touching me like that. I sexualize you. I'm a man and I have feelings. Stop. Oh my gosh. I can't work with that. I can't do a podcast.
You knew what you were doing when you were wearing that shirt.
I just got back from the gym. I was ready to go. I was ready to move.
I'll sniff your pits.
That's weird. That's awkward. She really put that on a podcast. I don't edit none of this. I just put an intro and outro and call it a day. What's it called? But which lead into, I had a great conversation with one of my clients after we had a group Zoom call. And I think this kind of flows in what we're talking about is we get to that point where we start comparing ourselves to other people, and I feel like we all do it. Right. So I'm going to share a story of like today, because, I feel when people get to a certain spot that they've always wanted to be at, I think everyone else that doesn't really know them in real life, but maybe social media, that feels like they have a perfect life. Right. So over the last couple of months, I've been hanging out with a lot of different people that make a lot more money than me. But this is not my first time. But this is my first time in a very long
Bigger
time.
leagues.
Because I was hanging out with Daniel. Daniel made way more money than I have ever made. And I got to see, that's where a big spark of like, I know I could get this done. Daniel showed me a lot of in and out. But I want to talk about, like, I still compare myself to people. I still compare myself to other people in the gym. I still look into myself in the mirror and say, damn, like, what if I would have, done this? Or what if I would have, focused on protein a year before this? Or X, Y, and Z. You're always going to do that, right? Like, we're always going to compare ourselves. And remember, like, we have our cell phones in front of us where before, like, when we were, like, think about it, like, when there was no social media. Like, when we were a kid, right? And a lot of people, like, they're like 17, 18, 19, listen to this podcast. One, shout out to you for being that young and listening to a podcast.
Yep.
But two, like, they won't really get this, but people our age will understand. Think about, like, when you were younger, before social media was around, the only person that you had to be better than was yourself and your friends.
Yeah.
right? Like yes, like when you get into like junior high and high school, there's people that, but there's people like, oh well, that girl has a new Jordans, but like it wasn't a million people at your fingertips living life way better than yours.
Yeah.
Right? Think about
That's
that. Like
overwhelming. Like how you broke that down. Like,
yeah,
oh,
but like
shit.
because you didn't have to be better than anyone. Like you literally
don't
only had to
have
be.
to, but
but it's in front of our face.
Yeah.
Right. So if I wanted to go and I wanted to learn how to be a ballerina, right? I don't know why that came to my head, but I'm running with it.
Okay.
Right. If I want to become a ballerina, I don't know where I got ballerina from. I think I was gonna say bodybuilder.
All right, let's say bodybuilder.
Okay, let's say for that because I can't be ballerina. I don't want to be a ballerina. Okay, but bodybuilder. Say I want to become a bodybuilder, and I'm this age now, but there's no social media, right?
Okay.
Like we were kids. But I'm this age now with no social media. The only person I would have to look better, I want to work better, I want to be like, are the people I see in the gym or my friends. Mainly the friends first, and mainly myself actually, right? Because I'm gonna look in the mirror and see myself. But now that we have social media and you want to be a bodybuilder, you see these freaking kids at 14-year-old looking like a freaking Greek god, right? But you didn't see that would be uncommon to see in your junior high or high school or whatever it is with no social media.
Because you just see what's in front of you.
Once you type in like bodybuilder, you see a million different people. Every single day, you want to become a guitar player. You see this 14-year-old kid just freaking shredding. You're like, damn, I'm 30 years old and I don't even know how to plug in a guitar. Like, so I think it kind of like beats you right away. But you have to understand, like, you don't know where these people, you don't know how hard they've been working. So don't ever compare yourself to someone else because you don't know one how hard they've been working, how long they've been doing it, or the struggles they've been to get there. Just understand that the person that you're looking at and trying to compare yourself, you're gonna be there, but it's gonna take time because most likely that person just started before you. That
That's
person,
what you tell your clients.
yeah, that's what it is, and that's why I want to talk about this because not everyone that listens to my podcast is my clients, but everyone that listens to this podcast compares themselves to other people. There's nothing wrong with comparing yourself to other people, but it's wrong when you're like, don't be jealous and don't have any like frustration towards it. There's nothing wrong with comparing yourself to other people, but in the right way. Like, oh, when I see someone in a Urus, I'm not like, oh, must be nice to have mommy and daddy's money. Like, no, I'm like, damn. What's the first thing? What do I say when I see a Urus? When I see someone driving around?
Damn, that shit's sick. That's my next car.
Yeah, I say that, and there's one more thing you're forgetting. I thought you were gonna say it, but I'll keep that.
I need to work harder.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh, I was because I was like, then I was gonna say it, and then people are like, well, that's where.
Flops.
Yeah. I say two things. I say I need to work harder, and I say I wonder what they do to afford that.
Yeah.
Right. So and that's how it is because like I know that no matter what it is, even if there was a mommy and daddy's money, I'm just gonna think they're working harder than me because that's gonna push me. So I did compare myself to them, and I know I could get there. It's just gonna take time. So when you're out there and you're working, you're starting your journey, and you see someone that's already lost 10 pounds, right? Understand that you could lose 10 pounds too. It's going to take time. When you see someone that lost 100 plus pounds, understand that you could get there. It's just going to take time, right?
Not just by wanting it, it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's over time and consistency. That's all it is. I still suck at burpees. It's only been 2.5 to 3 weeks since I've started. Well, no, it's been almost a month since Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but there was a hiatus
from being sick, right? But I still suck. But guess what? I'm better than I was that first video. I'm not done. Haven't mastered them yet, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a little bit better.
Are they hard?
Yeah, it's a full body. I like them though. I like them. What about you with comparing yourself to other people? Do you have any input on that? 'Cause I know you probably see me and compare yourself to this lovely hunk of a man. The people that are listening to video or watching video form are like,
me. I used to do a lot of comparing, but in a hating way.
Yeah. Okay, so overweight Frankie? Same. Well, think about it. When you were overweight, were you truly happy with yourself?
No.
So if you're truly happy with yourself, how are you going to be happy for someone else's success?
I wasn't.
Exactly.
And I couldn't even pretend to be. I was just a hater.
See, I was like, oh, happy for you. Like, my biggest thing was like,
I just had a resting bitch face.
Yeah.
I couldn't be happy for anyone. That was horrible. And my bad for anyone that was around me that got some of that because that wasn't cool.
Well, think about it. Like, you can't be happy for other people if you're not happy with yourself. It's just like one of those things where it's like it's hard because I'm gonna want to use the word miserable, but I would like to use the word miserable like in your own choice of actions in life that you're kind of just a hater to other people that have stuff that you maybe want or the body you want. Like I used to get annoyed like my heaviest like before I met you, obviously. Like my friends would go somewhere and like I couldn't really pull a girl because I knew it was my weight. But I knew I was a not nicer person, and I probably would have been a better boyfriend.
I would feel like that because I'd be like, "Oh, it's only because she's skinny, because she's not prettier than me." I'm like, "Oh, what a fucking hater!"
Damn.
Fuck.
It's also the same thing I said too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, He only
Oh,
got
but
her. He
if
only
she
got her
wasn't
'cause-
skinny, she wouldn't have got that clout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sorry guys.
Ugh, hater. But no, like it's very true though. Like we're just being honest. Like yeah, I was definitely a hater. I would see some things, but like I didn't put in the work, so I didn't respect it. Like that person that had a fit body had to keep that fit body, or the person who maintained abs, like that's a lot of hard work, and I didn't respect it because I never put myself through it. So now when I see someone that's fit, I'm like, damn, all right, I got more work to do, right? Or when I see someone that lost weight and has bigger muscles than me, I'm like, all right, I got more work to do. Like I embrace it. Like I understand there's always going to be someone that's going to be working out better than you or working out longer than you. There's always going to be someone stronger than you. There's always going to be someone making more money than you. There's always going to be someone waking up earlier than you. Like but I want to chase it. Like I want to chase that person, but it's not going to happen just because I say I'm going to do it.
Yeah, it's like a friendly competition in your head, right?
Yeah, there's always
Because it's not really about that person.
It's about you. Like,
Yeah.
but don't use it as like people are like, well, don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to other person when you see someone that with the money, with the cars, with the body,
Whatever
with the life, whatever you want. Compare yourself and be like, okay, what does it take for me to get there? Now, don't compare yourself and be like, oh, well, why do they have it but not me? Right? Because that person had to work hard for whatever it is. It's unfair, whatever it is. Sometimes it can be unfair. Sometimes other parents may better.
If it's unfair, then we can't do anything about it. Just
you can do something about it though if it's unfair. You can not care about them, and you can work harder in whatever craft you're trying to master, and then you'll be in that position. You'll be the one that's going to be able to buy someone a car, have the kids, and give them everything they want. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and no matter how you look at it, you could take that and see someone else is living a cooler, better life or whatever from the outside too. Let's not forget the social media is just a highlight reel, but you could take that as, you know, what did I text you? I text you something today. I text Francine. I was on doing the Stairmaster today, and I was talking. And I was saying either
you had epiphany.
Either be inspired or be what? It's the last thing I said. Either be inspired or be insecure.
Oh.
And that's what came, and that's what kind of sparked this whole conversation, this podcast today. Multiple different things, but yeah, either be inspired or be insecure. I think that's gonna be the title of this podcast, right? Because you could either look at someone and respect the hard work that they have done. Right? Respect all the loose skin, respect the nice cars, respect the beautiful family and the luxury, whatever it is. Like, it's so many things to go off of, right?
Yeah.
Or you could be inspired by that to work just as hard as that person, or keep working hard to, you know, get the things that you want, right? Or you could look at that person's lifestyle and become insecure. Why him?
And not even try.
Because you're being so bitter towards it. You're actually shutting yourself away from being successful, because now what you just told your brain that you don't want that because you just hated that. If I see someone in a Urus, I'm like, oh, well, they didn't even work hard for that. Well, now I'm telling myself that I don't want it. Like, I'm telling myself that I'm not willing to work hard for it. Like, think about it. You just told yourself that you really don't want that. Damn. Getting somewhere today. Must be the pre-workout Project 1. Hit me up if you need it. I don't do a lot of promotion, just stuff that we have in first form, family game.
Hey, that peppermint, I need you to taste it.
I haven't done the paper. Oh, it's good? You already opened it? I was supposed to make content with that.
No, oh my God. There's just one little scoop missing.
I can't with this girl. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, that's what it is. Either be inspired or become insecure. You know, and if you're becoming inspired, you have a really great mindset. If you're becoming insecure, you could work on that mindset. Don't feel that you're stuck like that. Just like kind of take it in and just be like, even if you have to fake it till you make it, like even if you have to half-ass it, like you see like your friend that just got a promotion, you're like kind of bitter because you know you're
happy for you.
Like, oh, you know, it does suck. I feel I should have received that, but I'm actually happy for that person. Right? Even people that I don't talk to anymore. Next. Yeah, I'm next. I'm gonna work to be next. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. Cool, they got it this time, but I'm coming for that. I'm coming for that title. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that to have that mentality. And, you know, even the people I don't talk to, there's a couple people I don't talk to over the last couple months that I just kind of had to cut them out of my life. Like, I generally want them to win. I don't hate them.
You do have a good heart.
Because I don't hate, like, it's because I'm caring about myself that I have to cut ties with people, but I don't hate them. I want to see them win. And because I don't have time to be negative towards that person, because it takes more energy to be negative than it is to be positive.
You have a bigger heart than me, because when someone does me dirty or something, I just pretend they never existed.
And that's a form of, like, you know, you didn't say you wish like you harm on them.
I'm growing.
Yeah,
no, I don't wish harm on them. They don't exist.
And that's fine too. And well, think about it. I don't talk to them either. So in a way they kind of exist, but I still want to see them win. Like whatever we had, it doesn't change the fact that you're a human being. If you're willing to work hard, I still want to see you win. We just didn't work out as friends, and that's totally fine. So I hope anyone that I don't talk to anymore, or anyone that we cut me out of their circle, I cut them out of their circle. I still want to see him win. I mean, even that guy who fired me and said I wasn't good enough. Like, I still want to see him win. I
want to catch a fade
It actually
with him.
sucks that I feel bad that because I know he has kids and stuff, and it sucks that his business tanked. It sucks because I know he did really good work. But at the end of the day, he actually told me about myself that I know it wasn't true, but he made me feel like I was low, and I still want to see him win. Now, it wasn't the easiest thing to do, right? It took a long time for me to start accepting that I do really want him to win. But at the same time, now it's just like, why hold that hatred towards someone? It takes more energy. Because then I'm gonna be bitter because he probably forgot who I was and forgot that conversation. But then I'm gonna hold that forever.
But that like imprinted on you. That's fucked.
It did imprint on me. But look, did I not succeed in life? Am I not the way better person than I was at sitting on that table when he told me that I wasn't worth it and I wasn't gonna be anything and I need to get looked to put the camera away and do something else and X, Y, and Z. He used to send pictures to Daniel of me sitting down while I'm editing, but take a picture because my belly was showing. Like, look at all that. Like, that's all the things he did. But guess what?
He's trash.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, he's a horrible human being, but I still don't want to see harm on anybody. I don't have time for it. I generally don't have time to want to see anyone fail. I just want to see you win, right? And if you fail or if you win, it doesn't affect me. Like, I'm still going to continue to keep doing what I do. I want you to do what you do. What you're going to do in your own lane, I'm going to do my own lane. I want to see you win. Our friendship didn't work. We're two humans that just did not see eye to eye.
They didn't mesh.
We didn't mesh, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong with using stuff that people said about you to want to push yourself even more. Because how I look at it now, if I didn't believe any of that stuff he said, I don't think I would have took it so serious. But obviously there was some type of feeling with what he told me that I've maybe felt was true, whether it be wrong or right. Maybe there's one thing in there that was, maybe there wasn't, whatever it is, but I felt a certain way and now I'm here. I'm not saying I don't give him all the credit, but what I'm saying though, like, that embedded in me, like, where no one's ever going to tell me that shit again. Yeah. Even though on social media people have been getting on me about my skin, but I don't give a crap.
You look good though.
I'm chilling. I'm ready. I'm ready for skin removal surgery.
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited for you. It's BBL.
You want me to get my boobies done first though, because they're a little sad, y'all.
You still got some weight to go, but I'm proud of you. You're removing. You got a little stagnant. So I called you out today. Mm-hmm. Called you out. I said, Phil, you've been stagnant since my bodybuilding show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was like, oh, it's only been since Thanksgiving. I'm like, it's been since my bodybuilding show. She's like, you're right. But it's crazy how you're thinking it's been 30 days and it's been like 90.
It hasn't been 90.
No, it's been
since
close to 90.
October 20-something.
October, November, December. 369.
October.
Damn, she fine. Want to drop the thing one more time. Get low.
Anyway, so I gained 5 pounds and then I lost 3.
Damn.
I'm still up 2. And I gotta lose 9 pounds before New Year.
Damn, you know where I'm at? 267, baby. I got 7 pounds to lose before the new year. Oh, actually, before January 1st, because if I'm not 260 before January, I mean before the New Year's Eve, I won't go out. And we've already bought the tickets, so I told my clients that, and I'm gonna announce that. I'm actually gonna make a video after this.
So we're bottle popping without you?
Yeah, if I don't hit my goal, like I refuse. If I'm gonna not hit my goal, which is 7 pounds away by the new year, then hell no. I'll waste all that money. You guys go have a good time. I refuse to not hit my goal and then be out partying, drinking when I had goals to reach and I have people that are looking to me to reach those goals to keep going better. What am I celebrating? Mm-hmm. Right? Like, just because I got a lot of things done in 2023, like if I didn't get my last task done, then that means I didn't complete everything. Okay. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. So if you have a goal too, and you know what I mean, make sure you reach it. Like, and if you don't reach it, now obviously I'm going to a little extent of like wasting all that money that we already paid for not for me not to go out. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get it done. But if I were to do that, I would stay home. You don't have to go to that extent, but like that's how you got to respect yourself and respect your goals. Like, what do you celebrate? What would I be celebrating? Like, I've already done the bodybuilding show. Talking about that already it's in the past. Mm-hmm. I've already lost 350 pounds. Talking about that is in the past. We've already started like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, this is a new goal.
We gotta keep winning.
How I push to complete all those other goals, I have to respect this goal too. Now, I chose to track my food while I was sick, and I didn't work out. I didn't go to the gym. I didn't work out. I guess same thing. Didn't do cardio, nothing, and I lost weight. I went from 72 down to 67, and it wasn't that I was sick. I was just that because I still had an appetite. I feel like I had more of an appetite being sick because I felt like I was bored because I wasn't doing as much.
We were.
But I tracked my food. I stayed in my deficit and I lost weight. Wow. Check that out. No gym, no cardio, just nutrition.
And you were still eating.
I was eating. Yeah. We had
weren't
pizza.
like sick and not
No,
eating.
I just stayed in my deficit because we had pizza. What else we have? Do you have fast food at all the last 2 weeks?
No.
No, we have fast food. I'm not really a fast food
We had
person.
sushi,
Soup. You made homemade soup. We had pizza and wings, and we had a couple things, just normal stuff. A burger. We shared the burger. But I just tracked it. And I stayed in my deficit. You know, like that's all it is. Nutrition over everything. Remember, mental, nutrition, gym. Haven't said it in a long time, so let me say it one more time. Before anything, right? Before the gym is like the sprinkles on the cake. But there's such a big process to make a cake. The last thing is the sprinkles. Think about that. Mental, nutrition, gym. Mental is working on yourself, breaking bad habits, finding your bad habits, creating better ones, right? Making sure you're mentally, getting mentally ready and prepared for a life change. Nutrition that's the number one thing that I feel America is lacking on it, or schooling is lacking on, is teaching some type of nutrition. And then since it's not really taught in school and a lot of our parents really don't know nutrition because most of our parents are overweight, then it gets down to us and then we don't know nutrition. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. And then obviously the gym. The gym is going to be great for our heart health, great to build discipline, great to, to go to a place where you don't want to go every single,
keep our joints
keep your joints lubed. There's so many positives of the gym, but if you can't get your mental and your nutrition down, then you're not eating clean. Then you're going to go to the gym 5-6 days a week. You're going to burn yourself out and you're not going to see weight loss. Like you don't want to do that. So don't let history repeat itself. Focus on that stuff. Find something that is in front of you that you need to fix. For some people right now listening, it's freaking cleaning out under their bed. Right? For some people out there, it's cleaning out their car that's been dirty for 2 months. For some people out there, it's taking your trash out on time. For some people out there, it's brushing your teeth every single day.
Dang, you're calling me out.
Right? For some people, it's cleaning, for my males out there, for my dudes out there, some people it's out there washing, cleaning the piss off the toilet seat. Right? For some people out there, it's, I don't know. It's just so many different things that you could call out that you could see right in front of you that like how you do one thing is how you're going to do everything. So stop trying to add 100 things on your list and focus on the thing that's in front of you that you need to work on. Right? Like me with throwing out the trash. So now when I see it, I throw it out. Like I just seen it right now, too. I got to throw it out. Damn it. Couldn't be me. I hop on the little e-bike though. I'm gone. Oh yeah, I'm about to join the e-bike gang for all my mountain bikers out there. I'm about to join the e-bike gang. I am going to keep my pedal bike. I am going to keep my my full suspension. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm just going to go e-bike too so I could ride a little longer and stuff like that. I'm very excited. That's going to be my Christmas present to myself. It's good because thinking though, what's crazy? I want to share something and then you can share that and then we'll end the podcast.
Okay.
I realized that I still love hobbies and I'm always going to like hobbies.
Yeah.
But I don't like any hobbies that are not movement related. Like, remember I was going to get back into racing nitro cars? And I was like, no, like I would sit down, we would eat, taco, like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't active.
It's a lot of sitting.
And then I was like, oh, I want that Suron, is it Suron or something? The electric dirt bike. And then I was like, well, why don't I get an e-bike? Because, then I could, like we go to Sky Park, I have to climb up that damn thing. Like I'm paying to climb, but it's okay. But like, and then like Rob has one and then we could ride a lot longer. I could get up to maybe hills that I wouldn't be able to make it up and have to walk it up. So there's a lot of positive from it. And I was like, you know what? Like I'd rather get something like active. Like I love my dirt bike. I love snowboarding. Like I don't like to do hobbies that aren't active. Like I did like sit down. I for all you out there that maybe do have time to play games, I got Spider-Man 5 and I was playing it too much, but how my ADHD works is like now I had to beat the game because I've never beat a game completely. Like I've never bought a game I always bought games to play it online, but I never, and I know this is probably talking Chinese to you.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretending I'm following.
Okay, cool. Well, people out there listening, they know, like I've never bought a game to play the campaign version. I've only got the games to play online, right? Like I never finished Grand Theft Auto or anything. I just got stuff for online. But like I started playing this campaign in Spider-Man 2 and I was like, I have to beat it now. But like after that, I was like, okay, no more games. Like that's it. But that's for when Grand Theft Auto comes out. Then I told you, I'm signing a contract. You are not to bother me because Grand Theft Auto is like one of the most nostalgic games that's ever been out for me. I remember my mom finally bought that for me. She came in, so I was happy. Okay, I know you that. I know, but people out there, you guys got that.
Congratulations.
And guys and girls play games, so they get it. I know you don't get it.
I just play games with your.
You usually play games with your macros.
Ooh.
Damn! Happy Monday. But anyways, what do you want to say?
Well, I should have said it before you went on your tangent, but next year, how you're talking about kids and like their parents being overweight and all this stuff. The family services company that we're working with, they're gonna have you speak at schools for anti-bullying and for remember to the kids.
Oh yeah.
You,
I wasn't gonna announce it till got everything, but yeah, no, like I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited. One of my goals is one of my big goals is to go to different elementary schools and junior highs and even colleges and kind of share my story and, you know, how being bullied and how I dealt with it, and kind of just share not just only the weight loss stuff, but just how I dealt with it, and, you know, how it doesn't feel good, because there's gonna be people in there that are bullies. Mm-hmm. And there's also gonna be people in there that do bully.
You want to hit both,
and I want to kind of hit both, you know, at the same time, because I was bullied and I have been a bully. Right, because when I became overweight, I had to be that tough guy, right? That fake persona. I had to be like, oh, I'm big, so I have to be an asshole, you know.
Yeah, you.
So it's gonna be really cool, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, I know for sure that not everyone is raised how I was raised, and with such love and affection and feel like I could be anything in life. So I want to be able to share that with people, and especially kids, like the youth, because like people. You know, as we're complaining right now as a grown adults about social media, these kids are born into it. So they're constantly, like, now we're realizing that we didn't have to compare them. Now they don't know how it is to not compare themselves to other people, right? Because when they hop on and they see, you know, Ryan, another 7-year-old kid that has a freaking mansion and all these toys, they're like, well, I don't have that, right? He starts young.
Is that why you got the bike?
Oh my gosh, 100%. Shout out to my godson. He's winning awards right now. I think that's why I'm not a dad yet. I'm not ready for it. Long story short, we're at my godson's birthday party.
Cutest party ever.
Great.
It was an
old
school party.
I love Andy. I mean, I probably shouldn't throw out names, but my godson's parents are absolutely amazing. And my godson is just started to ride a bike. I didn't even know until we were at the party, because he's like, Neil, let's go for a ride.
He's a little chichi
He turned
boy.
7. And then so I was like, all right, let's go. So I'm thinking he's going to push his bike around, because the last time I remember, that's what he was doing on his bike. And I noticed there's no training wheels. I'm like, but I didn't think anything of it. This guy hops on like flash and zooms. So I'm on my mountain bike. So I changed my gears and he's gone. But you could tell he's never fell before. You always know when a kid or someone's never. Yeah. You always know when someone hasn't got hurt or fell or scratched herself before, because you got a confidence of like, I'm untouchable. And then once, like, even with the dirt bike, when I got my dirt bike, I was all like, you know, I was learning to do it. I started to get better, started to go faster. Right. And then I fell. Remember, I fell and I freaking hurt myself. I tamed myself down because I know how it is to fall. So he hasn't fell yet, but he was zooming. He was flying in the park. I was proud of him. And then so one of the kids, and this is where God's still working on me, right? So, you know, I one of the kids at his birthday party, and these are just kids, you know, kids are just kids. They're gonna say what they want. His friends from school, and he's like, why do you still have that? Why do you still have that Paw Patrol bike? You're 7 now. And then Arlo said this cutest things like, oh, well, this is just my bike. This is what my parents got me. And I was like, oh. So we took him to Dick's that day, and we bought him a bike that day. And now he has a badass bike.
He has a big boy bike.
You know what Rob said? He's like, when I told him the story, he's all, hell no, we're going to get him a fully built specialized bike. I was like, hold on, that's like a $4,000 investment for him. He's going to get too bigger. Let's wait till he wants a mountain bike ride. But, you know, that's where God's work on me. I heard that and the way he answered it. And he's a really good kid. So I was like, nah, it ain't going to happen. Sorry, man. So.
And you had already got him a really good gift.
That's all right. We got him another one. Well, we all pitched in. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, now he has a badass bike, and that's where God's working me. That's probably why we don't have a kid yet, because I still have my own demons I gotta handle. Because when he said that,
he also said that you're not allowed to have a kid now.
Oh yeah, my gosh! Then that said that I was like, well, if I have a kid, then it's gonna kind of take away from, you know, the toys and stuff like that. And he looked at me, he's like, all right, you know, you don't have to have a kid. I love the honesty, man. I love it.
He's cute.
I love it. But you know, wrapping it up like this, you know, don't compare yourself to other people. And if you are gonna compare yourself to other people, do it the right way. Be inspired, right? Don't be insecure. Right? When you compare yourself to someone, understand that it took them a lot of work to get wherever they're at. And it could be the smallest thing is having the toy that you always wanted, the car that you always wanted, the house, the relationship. Everything takes a lot of work, right? It could be you looking at our relationship and thinking like, well, why can't I have a relationship like having a modified Frankie? This took a lot of work, right? Or the body like I have, even with all loose skin. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't mind that, right? Whatever it is, just comparing yourself to someone is okay, but be inspired by it. Be inspired by the work. Be inspired by what they've had to do in order to get that, and then go out there and work. And you turn that inspiration into action and get out there and get it done. Don't look at someone and become insecure because of it. Don't ever let someone's success make you insecure. Just let it inspire you. And if you are that person that is out there that doesn't get inspired, they get insecure watching other people be more successful than you, right? Just fix it. Change that mindset, right? Because you don't want to block the blessings that are on your way if you're willing to put in the work. Right? This is Modify Your Life podcast. And don't forget to share this podcast. Don't forget to comment. And thank you so much. Our views are going up. Our followers on all platforms are going up. I think we're about to hit 20K on YouTube. And I also have some cool news for everyone that watches on YouTube. I'm going to be going back to vlogging. So for those that are listening everywhere else, so Mondays is going to be podcast. I'm talking about YouTube. Monday is going to be podcast. Wednesday is going to be a vlog. And then Friday is going to be another podcast. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to keep that YouTube going. My goal for 2024 is to hit 100K. I've always wanted a YouTube plaque, even when I started vlogging back for cars.
That'd be really cool.
That is a very big goal of mine, to have a YouTube plaque. I've wanted that I started YouTube back in 2014, 13, 14. It's on there. It's the same YouTube channel I had. I just keep changing the names. So that's a goal of mine. So my goal is to be over 100,000 on YouTube by the end of the year, because I've always wanted a plaque. And I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to make sure I'm going to keep posting on, all my stuff, and I'm going to cut these up and put them into, I think they're called shorts on YouTube. So anyone listening right now, if you do have a YouTube account, you want to subscribe, we do have a YouTube channel. Everything will be linked down below. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you everyone for the support. Remember, these podcasts, these conversations, whether it be with me and Frankie or another guest, they're all made for you. So any type of topics, anything that you really liked, we talked about that you wish we would have went more in depth in, I love to hear that feedback. Whether you message me on here, you comment down below, you send me a DM, Modified Frankie a DM, and all the other stuff. We really, these podcasts for you. I make absolutely no money doing these podcasts. I actually invested a lot of money into this, but it's also really cool to be able to share this story and to think back, like me and Frankie and me, whoever guest is on here, we're going to be able to look in 10, 15, 20 years and look back at this stuff.
That's kind of cool.
You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be really awesome. So we're glad to keep on bringing value to everyone. We hope we keep on bringing value to everyone. And if you ever have a podcast idea, these podcasts are made for you. I'm talking to you. So go ahead and comment below, or if you don't feel uncomfortable commenting maybe something that you don't want other people to see, just send me a DM, message me. I would love to hear it. With that being said, I'm Anthony Lopez, also known as Having to Modify. This is Modify Your Life Podcast. Got Modified Frankie. Thank you for listening. Have a great Monday. Get out there and crush it. Remember, holidays are around the corner, literally around the corner. Let's crush it all the way up until Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. Enjoy yourself that day in moderation, and then back on the program. Get out there and win. This Modify Your Life Podcast, where we change your life mentally, physically, emotionally, financially.
All the least.
All the least.
There's
not least
myself and my family.
Even though they're good.
There's no way that this is real, man. It can't